Namah Shivaya. My name is Shiva. Today I'm going to introduce you Pratyahara. Pratyahara is one of the very difficulty knowledge, and this Pratyahara is a body and spirit between the connecting. That thing is called Pratyahara. So Pratyahara, if you research yourself what is the meanings of Pratyahara, it take a long time to understand, because Pratyahara is completely coming from the inner understanding, self-reality knowledge. What that means, I'm going to explain to you here. So Pratyahara. So Pratyahara is a Patanjali Yoga Sutra. He also retained Pratyahara. So first is Yama, Niyamas, Asanas, Pranayama, Pratyahara. Then only coming to the Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So Pratyahara is almost like a more body subject to bring the spiritual part. So there is some kind of withdraw senses, very important. Withdraw senses, that is called Pratyahara. If I search anywhere, or if you ask any other teacher, Pratyahara meanings, they're going to say is withdraw senses. What is the withdraw senses? I will explain to you step by step. So Prati, away or against. That's the meaning is Ahara. Ahara meanings food. So here is Ahara meanings like internal food. So, for example, when we eat wrong food, our body feel also like wrong feelings. We also feel very bad to our body, bad to the mind, bad to the stomach. So physically we can feel when we eat wrong food. When we eat over food, also we not happy also. So here is a food meanings, also giving the right food to the mind. When you give the right food, your mind is not get problem. Your mind can be balanced. Like I explained before, a wrong food can be very easily, very immediately you can see your body get damaged when you eat bad food. You can see also. Same things in the mind. We give right food, the mind also come to balance. When you give a wrong food to the mind, then mind is get very big problem. So here, Patanjali, also yogis talk about Pratyahara. Actually, these two words actually, Prati is the meanings away from the ahara, meanings away from the senses. So here is ahara is more giving the senses. Exactly the meanings like senses, withdraw senses. Withdraw senses means like eye, nose, our ear, our mouth and skin. Also we call hand and feet and hands, reproductive system and owl. So this also five. This coming from the five elements. So we call sense organs. Also we call action organs. And sense organs, one more time I repeat to you. Eyes, ears, nose, taste and skin. These are the sense organs. Action organs, to feet, to hand, anus, reproductive system and owl, means the mouth, the speech. So this also five action and five sense. So however, they have 24 elements. However, in the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, not to really describe this kind of knowledge. This is coming from the Sankhya system. Sankhya means the number of senses, number of, like five elements manifested. So many other subtle elements. That is called five elements. Also subtle five elements. Also more subtle five elements. So however, this knowledge very important. You need to study a little bit about tattva or maybe Sankhya system. So my next classes also I gonna deeply explain to you what are the Sankhya system. Sankhya system, now I'm explained already about the sense organs. They're coming from actually Sankhya system. I mean, talking about right now, Sankhya, why I'm saying, because Sankhya is one sage, he is really started to establish the higher knowledge about 5 elements. 5 elements are, we call like earth, and also water, fire, and air, and space. So this, one more time, I can repeat it back: space, and air, and fire, and water, and earth. So these are the 5 elements. One more time: earth, and water, fire, air, and space. So this is called 5 elements. Exactly, Shiva, S-H-I-V-A, is really explained about also like 5 number, 5 words, alphabet become also like showing 5 elements. However, here also talk about Shiva means also 5 elements. So it means the 5 elements manifest this whole matter. So our body is matter, we experiencing matter, we are in the physical, as well as we are also not physical also. So however, everything coming from like shunya. Shunya means like a dot. They're coming from infinite consciousness started to consciousness, like a real physical consciousness. So here, they explained about controlling the senses, withdraws senses. So now is a rising question rising now. How to control the senses, how to control the withdrawals. So first you understand the awakening state. The awakening state is more, we also awakening state in Sanskrit called Jagat. Jagat meanings like awakening state. Awakening state meanings like this, I'm talking about like earth element, water element, almost air element. 3 elements together become awakening. That is really, I am sitting, talking in front of you. This is like you are watching this video. This is more like awakening. You hearing from me, you hearing what I'm saying. So this is a more awakening state. Awakening meanings the physical bodies all the time experiencing in the life is a physical form. So next one is called dreaming state. This is called Swapanavastha, like a dreaming. Whatever we see in the physical experiencing, physical things, our senses, seeing, hearing, feeling, this all collect. And this collection, you can see sometime when we sleep in the night, you can see you are running, or maybe you doing some action, but it's not real, but look like real to you. The dream is real to you, but it's not real. So there is experiencing the physical experience, and the physical experience and subtle experience together manifesting. That is called dreaming state. And next one is called deep sleep state. The deep sleep state, you also sometimes experience your life like a dot, like there is a gap. You don't experience anything. You're completely in the deep sleep state. You know, sometimes when you wake up morning, you say, oh, I sleep last night like a baby. Deep sleep state, like meanings, you don't remember anything. So, in the yogi identify this deep sleep state are really connected to the higher self. Therefore, why we don't experience what is the real deep sleep state experience. We cannot even dream. We cannot even no idea what is the deep sleep state. Deep sleep state we feel when we come back again to the waking state. I mean, when you have very deep sleep state, when you wake up in the morning, that is called awakening. Waking again, you're realizing last night you have very deep sleep state, but you don't remember anything. So yogi understanding from the waking state to this deep sleep state really more related to Atman, the higher self, experiencing like very relaxing, very calmness, very connected to the real self. Meanings the physical body are really connected to the spiritual body. So that's called deep sleep state. So yogi understand these three states are not permanent, always changing. It's never permanent because they have nama rupa. Nama meanings form, nama meanings the name and rupa meanings form. So nama, rupa, whatever they have a nama and rupa, they never stay. For example, now COVID-19, so they say COVID-19 is not possible to be finished. Yes, of course, they can be finished also one day because they have also nama and rupa. Whatever this planet have a name and form, this is not permanent. So very clear, understand. So thereby yogis understand the awakening, dreaming, deep sleep are not permanent on this planet. So then other state we call Turiya state, that is called real consciousness. Right now you are understanding about what is the awakening, what is the dreaming, what is the deep sleep state. These three things are really experiencing our body, and this experience fight or fly. That is really, one more time, the awakening, dreaming, deeping, this state we are experiencing, we are not aware, then what happening? We suffer, we get disease, we get fight or fly, or we get problems, we get worries and worry. We have no idea. Even we go to meditate today, the mind is start thoughts continuously. We have no idea how to control this mind also, because mind thoughts go tremendously, jump why, because of you smelling something, your mind is jumping there. You meditating, you hearing something, your mind go to there. So you see there, even you're trying to controlling your like for example, I before I meditating myself, like I'm focusing maybe 10 minutes, my 5 minutes I'm thinking, because of I'm smelling something, maybe somebody making nice food, or maybe somebody talking very big loud, my ear is go. You see, the mind, the senses automatically related to the outer audio sound. So then your mind is engaging your senses. You see now, your mind engaging your senses. So here is a Pratyahara meanings, try to control the senses, meanings you can control the mind. So here is the senses are controlling the mind. So Pratyahara is really the mind controlling the senses. Get it? Mind controlling the senses. For example, if you're meditating, you're hearing something, or you maybe eyes opening, you see in your some bad vision, or maybe smell, make your mind can be go somewhere. So sense organs can be more related to outer world. So Pratyahara, when you practice, you can control the senses, you can go within yourself, continue, you can practice more deeply. Therefore why Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Patanjali, the great yogi, he is showing the between the gap, the physical body to the spiritual body. So here is the physical body more related to the earth element, meanings like Annamaya Kosha, we call in the Kosha system, physical body, the gross system. Then is a pranic body, the vital system, then mental body. These three systems is more related to awakening, dreaming, deep. So we are actually blind in this system, because our senses more controlling to our mind. Our mind not controlling the senses. So here Pratyahara is Patanjali teaching about how to jump to the next system. That system we call spiritual practice system. That's conscious when you open. Pratyahara is really when you balance the Pratyahara, when you give the right foot to the mind, then conscious will be raised. When conscious will be raised, they have many type of consciousness. Divinity consciousness, unity consciousness, spiritual consciousness, divine consciousness, so many consciousness there. So, but you can experience, at least your conscious can open, that conscious can make you to be practice deeper into practice. Deeper into practice. Which means the conscious when you rise, the giving right food to the ahara, right ahara go into the senses. So there exactly you are experiencing withdraw senses. It means you really continuously loving for this turiya state. Turiya state means you continuously, spontaneously abhyasya vairagya. Meanings, abhyasa meanings continue practice, vairagya means continuously you are engaging the quality of higher unity. Free from this all, of course we have to be experienced, but you touch on this consciousness, the awakening can be changed very well. Dreaming come to more pure sattvic means more pure, clear and deep. This all you can be, these three things are you can control like easily. They're not going to be attack you. They're not going to be disturb you, your spiritual practice. So here the Pratyahara you can get experience from the Kriya practice. So Kriya meanings like if you look at Yogananda, like Himalaya Babaji Yogananda, you can see that he explained about Kriya Yoga is more like Abhyasya and Vairagya and Viveka. These three things are really, one more time, Abhyasya, Vairagya, Viveka. These three things are together is called Kriya practice. So this Kriya also in Bhagavad Gita, if you look at, there also Krishna teaching to the Arjuna also Kriya, the system, the spiritual practice, the system, how to experience in this conscious or turiya state. You can be detached from the awakening, dreaming and a deep sleep state. So this, if you regular everyday practice of meditation, pranayama, like everyday regular practice, step by, you can write it to one small book or you can write it to a small calendar to in your room, 21 days or 41 days I recommend. Every day continue, whatever you know the knowledge, you just keep and practice. You can experiencing in the turiya state as well as you can experiencing the Pratyahara. So Pratyahara bring you to the next level is called Dharana. Dharana, now already I explained the union about like spirit and you become one. Then you can meditate to then you can go to the Samadhi state. However, so they have to explain so deeper, but next class I will explain to you more level about about Drishta and Drishti. I will explain to you next classes. Thank you very much. I hope you understand. Pratyahara meanings Pratyahara, giving right knowledge to our senses. Then our senses not going to be slave for the external attachment. Meanings mind not going to the sense not going to control the mind. You can control the senses. That's the same here I'm talking about. Initially, our senses controlling the mind. You're sitting meditating, your mind starting, I want to eat ice cream. You stop meditation, you go eating ice cream because senses attracting. So here I'm talking about give right foot to your mind. It means study continuously every day. This spiritual practice about Abhyasi Vairagya. I continuously again I am repeating because this knowledge very hard to understand. That's why I am explaining, taking time to very clearly explaining. I hope so. If you have any doubt, please write me. Please don't forget one small button on the subscribe. That's help you to be next video come to closer to you. Also for me inspired to come back again to the video. Thank you.